Shalom, Akim. My name's Call Y'all. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to our elders and apostles who rule Great Millstone well. Shalom to all you Akim pushing this truth with sincerity throughout this whole earth. Shalom, and may you brothers endure until the end. This video is being, it kind of came to me in the spirit because yesterday I do delivery work. And I came across a community that knows of themselves being as a tribe of Israel. But it was mostly women, young women, you know. Well, I did some more research about it, and it's a Christian organization. But that's why the confusion. But I was explaining to the young women that their salvation is through marriage to a righteous Israelite man. And when I say righteous, I'm talking about trying to keep these commandments to the best of their ability out of faith to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And she kind of like giggled and looked at me, the head of all the women in there. I guess she would be the leader. And she said, do you really believe that? And I said, 100% I do. We believe this truth to a 100%. All right? So I'm going to break it down to you why I believe it through the scriptures. All right, this is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse, we're going to start with 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, meaning Adam came first, and the man came first, then woman. So that's just a position of honor, okay? Honor and respect have two different meanings. Respect means ability, honor means position. So like it says, honor your mother and father, but it doesn't say respect them. The reason why is because they may not have the ability to be good parents. Perhaps they're in prison. Perhaps they're crackheads. Perhaps whatever the situation may be, but they have the honor of the position because Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai is the one that described and put them in that position. Okay, that's the same thing with your man. The man is over the woman because Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai has put them in that position. Right, so the woman should be shown their husband honor. And Adam was not deceived. Deceived means tricked by a lie, like believing a lie. But the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Transgression is sin. Okay, we'll get that real quick for you. Because I don't want you to say that this is my opinion or any man's opinion. This is the opinion of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And you can go scripture with me. All right? This is 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. So transgression is sin, committing sin. Okay? And Adam was not, this is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, I mean he did not believe the lie, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. This is still happening today because a lot of women, they'll leave their men because they think the grass is greener. They'll go have an affair on their husbands. And husband actually, you know, a lot of women don't think they're married. They think they're just sleeping around or dating. But as soon as you lay down to take that man's rod, that's your husband. Okay, you're not supposed to have all kinds of men. You're supposed to have one. The one that took your virginity, that's your husband. Because you're bound to him by law till he dies. Then after he dies, you are free to marry whoever you want, according in the law. All right? But we're going to get each scripture to cover each fact, okay? I want the brothers to understand about the salvation of their women also. And I want the women, because I know their sisters watching these videos also diligently, to understand their place in salvation also. All right, this is 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. Now, notwithstanding, she shall be saved. Okay, I'm going to start Salakia. Let me start over. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. So it says with childbearing, okay, which is a pleasure. You're pretty much to make a baby, you got to have sex. And the sex is a pleasurable act. Okay? So the woman is to bring their man pleasure. The word woman actually means servant, a female servant. And the woman is supposed to be a servant of pleasure. Okay? One, the pleasure of sex, comfort, also in the childbearing. A man, I have a couple children myself, and believe me, it's an exciting thing to have a child. Okay? If they continue in faith, faith is believing in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. And charity, meaning kindness, good works, towards your husband, towards your sisters, towards your, because you're really not supposed to be messing with no other man, really. Because that could create lust and covetousness, having your women around other men. That's why they're actually not even supposed to be going to work. But nowadays you have to send your woman to work because you can't make the bills. And that's part of this devil's plan. That's part of this devil's plan, because most women have an affair when they go to college, when they go to work. You got a little knucklehead in there. He don't care if she's married or not. And women are emotional creatures. In fact, in the book, Behold a Pale Horse, it actually, I'm going to bring that out for you. Right here. This is Behold a Pale Horse, written by William Cooper, and he breaks down the silent weapons of the government. He was in the government. He was actually assassinated. Right here, it says the enforcement, they break each person in the family down to a factor. Okay, to secure the draft, this is page 63, and it's about halfway down. Factor 1, to secure the draft, individual brainwashing programming in both the family unit and the peer group must be engaged and brought under control. The father, the man of the household, must be housebroken to ensure Shalakia, that Junior will grow up with the right social training and attitudes. The advertising, media, etc. are engaged to see to it that the father to be is pussy whipped before or by the time he is married. See? By the time or before he is married, to be pussy whipped. We're not supposed to be pussy whipped. The men of Israel, since the beginning, always had more than one wife. Always. And they had concubines too. Concubines are actually pure sex. There was men that did make children with their concubines. But that's what it was. It was a pure pleasure thing. That woman was built. She was there just for pleasure. The mother. Factor 3. The female element of human society is ruled by emotion first and logic second. In the battle between logic and imagination, imagination always wins. Fantasy prevails. Maternal instinct dominates, so that the child comes first and the future comes second. See, they already study. That's why the government studies your brain so well. They want to know what to do to get you to behave in a certain way. And what they want you to do is truly to curse out Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. It even goes into the daughters. This is factor 5. And what about Junior's sister? She is given all good things of life by her father and taught to expect the same from her future husband, regardless of the price. See, that they've brainwashed us into this place that we're in right now, into how we treat each other and how we believe on how things are supposed to be. But it's all backwards, all right? Because that devil, that serpent, is that Caucasian. It's that Caucasian. All right? And I'm going to prove that without a doubt. All right? So right now we just, out of 1 Timothy, we just broke down that the woman is not over the man. All right? Man was first formed, then Eve. Okay? Man did not believe the lie. Eve did. That's why she was in sin. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing. In childbearing, you got to have sex. And whoever you have sex with, that's your husband. You're not supposed to be sleeping around. Okay, that's also why there's faith. We continue in faith, charity, holiness. A holy woman ain't going to be laying down in hotel rooms for whoever bought her the most drinks. With sobriety, you know what, honestly, where I come from, I've known girls that if a man bought her shoes, she'd let him bang. I know girls that used to give blowjobs for sacks of weed. All right, our women are destroyed. Okay, but you women that are desiring the salvation that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has prescribed for you, you need to get down with an Israelite man, a righteous one. By righteous, I mean trying to keep these commandments to the best of his ability out of the faith of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, now we're going to go to 1 Corinthians 14, chapter 14. Okay, 1 Corinthians, let's go to 11 first. 11, so we get that order straight out the Bible, okay? So right there in 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse, it said that Adam was first formed, then Eve, okay? So right here, 1 Corinthians chapter 11, but we'll go with verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, dishonoreth her head. For that is even all one as if she were shaven. Meaning, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, rather you be bald than expose your hair. For if woman be not covered, let her be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. So if you'd be ashamed to have a bald head, women, you're supposed to be covering your head. Okay? And why it's good to have your hair covered at all times, except for when you're in private place with your husband, going to do your job of serving him pleasure. Yeah, let your hair down. But while you're in public and about in your day, we're supposed to be praying constantly without ceasing. So you should have your hair wrapped up constantly without ceasing. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of power, or in the layman terms, God. Okay? The man is the image of God, not the woman. That's a Christian lie that they tell you. I'm going to read this again. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory. Glory means beauty of Yahweh. But the woman is the glory of the man. See, she's our beauty. Alright? That's why men get proud. They want the most prettiest woman that they could find. Right? They don't go for the little ugly ones. They always go for the most prettiest with the best shape. But that's another thing. You're not supposed to be showing your woman's body off. You're not supposed to be wanting every man to see your woman's end or in the front. I mean, these pants that women wear, you can see they're camel toe. You know? You see the breasts hanging out. You're not supposed to see these things on a woman. On a holy woman. Right? And that's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be holy. Serving your own. The only pleasure you bring was to your husband. Alright? So let's go ahead and go to. So now we establish the head of the woman is the man. The head of the man is Yahushai. The head of Yahushai is Yahweh. Okay? So let's go to 1 Corinthians 14, verse 33. It says, for Yahweh is not the author of confusion. And confusion is disorder. And that's what this whole society, that's why it's the Babylon. Babylon goes back to Babel, which is confusion. But of peace, as in all churches of the saints. And the church of the saints is the gathering of Israelite men. Let your woman keep silence in the churches, in the gathering of the saints. For it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience. Obedience goes back to love. That's how you show you love. See, women think if a man buys you things, that's love. Because, ever since I've heard it, even my mom told me she was told that. Make sure you marry a man with a good job. All right, that's not love. Right here, it says, we'll go with verse 2. 1 John 5, verse 2. By this we know that we love the children of Yahweh, when we love Yahweh and keep his commandments. For this is the love of Yahweh, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. All right? They're not bad. They're really not as hard as the people think they are, especially Christians. Christians love to say that they can't keep them all. They don't even make an effort to do it. The only one they do is tithing, and they don't even do that right. But right here, let's get back to the script. This is 1 Corinthians 14, 34. Let your woman keep silence in the churches. The churches are the gathering of the Israelites. For it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. And most of these women don't have husbands. They like to say they got boyfriends. They like to say they date. And what it is they just getting their little jollies off. For it is a shame for women to speak in the church. See, the Christians, they love to have these women speak on their stages. I've been to Christian churches where they literally, you'll have a woman leading men. And that's bullshit, according to the scripture. That is bullshit. Women are to be silent, bringing pleasure to their only husband, one and only husband. What? 36, this is verse 36. What? Came the word of Yahweh out from you, or came it unto you only? If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of Yahweh. See, that's what we're supposed to be teaching, leading our brothers and your wives. You're supposed to be leading your family to the commandments, back to the commandments, because that's how we show that we love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. We show him we love him by keeping his commandments. Okay, again, that's another cut to those Christians. And Christianity truly has destroyed our women brutally, because see, they used to rape our women. They would tie our men up, beat them up, rape him maybe, and then in front of you, your woman be getting raped. Well, that's the same shit today. You got women in pornography. You got women out here with spandex so tight you can see every bend of the body. They are literally having our women raped while they're beside us. Men are freaking raping them in their mind because they can see everything. They can see their vagina. They can see their ass. And most women are very flirtatious too. This is John 14:15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. All right, right here, 1 Corinthians 14:30. We'll go 7. If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of Yahweh. He's telling the brothers, the Gentiles, because the Gentiles were not Esau. They're not any other heathen. They're Israelites that took on the ways of the heathens. That's what it was. That's what Gentiles are. Gentiles were the Israelites that took on heathen ways. All right? Like so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans celebrating Thanksgiving, celebrating Black Friday, celebrating Columbus Day, celebrating Christmas, celebrating Valentine's Day. That's Gentile. You're a Gentile if you still do those things. Okay? And if you ain't out of that, you're not messing with them. If your man ain't got you out of messing with them holidays, if you're messing with them holidays, but on your own, you're not dealing with the Lord. The Lord ain't dealing with you. Those are simple laws that should be fulfilled right away. So let's go ahead and go to Genesis 1. So let's get the beginning of woman, okay? We'll go to 1:26. Right here. Genesis 1:26. And Yahweh said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creepy thing that creepeth upon the earth. So Yahweh created man in his own image. That's supported by 1 Corinthians chapter 11, that man is made in the image of Yahweh, of God. Okay, not woman. Woman is not equal to man. She is not in the image of God. In the image of God created he him, the man. Male and female created he them. Okay, that's confusing to a lot of people, especially these Christians. They'll say, see right there. He created he them. Yeah, them. Alright, but the man is the image. I'll read it again for you. So, God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. You go to 1 Corinthians. Let's get that. Let's put this to rest with this, alright? Because, you know what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not the author of confusion. 1 Corinthians 11, verse 7. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image and glory of Yahweh. See? But the woman is the glory of the man. So the men are the image of Yahweh, not the women. They're not the image of God. In this society, men worship women like gods. That's why they go to strip clubs. That's why you got to take them on dates. That's why you got to, oh baby, please put all this shit on the bed, make it smell good, throw flowers down. But that ain't the way that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai created this place to be. It didn't create our women to be, let alone our men to be. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. And Yahweh blessed them, and Yahweh said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. And that's what women don't do no more. Women don't want to have children. You see a lot of these women out here, they just want to sleep around. That's it. Most children that they have is out of the damn rubber popping, or them having a one-night stand without a rubber. You know? I've heard of, I used to own a barber shop, and I used to hear them women talk about those weekend nights they had. You know, women, they said that one time their friend was, they got drunk, and this chick had 3 dudes banging her at the same time in front of everybody. And she got pregnant from that. She didn't know who it was, but that woman was married. See, our women are destroyed. And they don't understand that all those things that they're doing like that they're going to answer for it. And the people that taught them to do it is going to answer for it too. That goes back to Revelation. Which one is it? Salakia, that's a classic one too. Let me see. $13.10. That's right. I was thinking 10 or 9:10. Salakia. 13:10 says here, Revelation 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And these women that are raising their daughters to be whores, raising their men to be whores, just sleep around, leaving a bunch of little bastard children around, or even just popping women, other men's women, that's a captivity. He that those people are going to be put into captivity. These people that put sex on TV, trying to get these young girls to sell their bodies to be whores, these rappers like Nicki Minaj and them, they're going to go into a state of captivity. Okay? They are already slaves, honestly. They're under that slavery of that white man that controls them. If you don't know about the Illuminati yet, I don't know what rock you've been under, but those men and women that are on TV, they get raped repeatedly. Usher's wife just came out on the media saying that his asshole, he is tore up. You know what I'm saying? Because he has to give his ass up to make those videos and make that money. She said he's in diapers. He can't even hold his shit. So how much more the women? But it says here, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Who's the saints? The saints are the Israelites, the men. And women are under the men. And the women are to be servants, female servants of pleasure. Okay, if you don't got that yet, we're going to keep going, but, perhaps it's not for you. Perhaps you need to catch that death on this side. Because 2/3 of Israel is going to be put to death. Men, women, and children. Either by sword, famine, pestilence, or at the end, the thermonuclear fire that's come through and burn this place to shit. Women were created not in the image. They were not created in the image of God. Man is in the image of God. Women are supposed to pleasure their man, bring good pleasure to their men. They're not supposed to be bringing heartache and troubles and pains, all these things that we have today. All right, so let's go ahead and get Genesis 3:4. Genesis 3:4. And the serpent, the word serpent goes back to a treacherous person. It's that Caucasian. Okay? Because everything that is... Get that. Shalakia. I didn't mean to make this video real long, but you know how the Spirit works. Once you get going, the Spirit brings scripture, precepts on precepts that back up the truth. It says... verse 9, this is Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9. The thing that hath been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. So that treacherous person was back in the garden with us. Alright, verse 4, Genesis 3 verse 4. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. And that's what the Caucasian says today. You could be gay. Don't believe in that Bible. The white man wrote that Bible. You could be fag. You could be fag all you want. You could be a lesbian. What is the other one? They got so many classifications of this shit nowadays. I think they got they said in New York, they got like 39 classifications of sex origin. Like male, female. And then they got 36 different kinds. This is the place of confusion. This is Babylon. And who runs Babylon? That Caucasian. That is that serpent, that treacherous person. And he lies to our women. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Why does he go after the woman? Because most men ain't going to fall for their bullshit lies. But men do. Men do. Look at all the movie stars. They believe that they could get that gravy train and not have to give nothing in return. But in fact, they give more than just their ass, because they're going to catch that judgment too for leading people into captivity. For verse 5, for Yahweh doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. See, that's what he tells the woman. And it's a little God. It ain't a big God. It's a little g. The little g is because we are the image of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So what it's telling her, the serpent says, you could be like a man. Because men, ever since the beginning, had multiple women. They had women upon women. So they're saying you could have multiple sex partners. You could rule over a man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai doesn't agree with that. Okay? Because I'm going to show you that in Genesis, what is that? 3, right here, 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. That's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai speaking. Okay, Yahweh is the Father. Yahweh is the power of Israel. Yahushai is the Son, who people ignorantly call Jesus Christ today. His name is Yahushai. Alright? And this is what he says. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. Meaning when you take her virginity, it's a painful thing. Right? And when you're giving birth to a child, it's a painful thing. Why? Because you led the man into deception. Thou shalt bring forth children. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. And thy desire shall be to thy husband. Husband. Not husbands, but husband. And he shall rule over thee. He shall rule over you. He should make your decisions for you. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened, hearken means listen, unto the voice of thy wife, because you have listened to your wife, and has eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Now, Christians, that ain't talking about an apple. Okay, you're always showing a snake with an apple. He wants the apple. You know, it's not an apple. What it is the tree of knowledge. Like a woman going to the military. So then there's a Jake man that says, oh, babe, that'd be a great idea. The income, the benefits, oh, man, you'll be able to do 20 years and retire. That's bullshit. Or a woman, you know, just giving herself away. A man be like, I don't care. Just as long as I get to hit it. That's Adam listening to the woman. All right? Your woman comes and tells you, this is the way it's going to be. You need to tell that woman to kick rocks. Because that's the same shit Adam did. He listened to the woman. Don't listen to no woman. The woman's place is to bring pleasure to her husband. And the husband is supposed to be the one that takes your virginity. Not 20 dudes later that you're supposed to just, oh, you know, I'm ready to settle down now. No. But that's how it is in this society. Because our people have been led into captivity, not just only by that damn devil Caucasian, but also by all these other heathens, including our own people. That's why you see Lil Wayne talking about fucking other men's wives. You know them guys, they go through a city popping a bunch of little chicks. You know? In fact, when I was in IUIC, one of Lil Wayne's henchmen came down and took the virginity of one of the elders of IUIC. I saw them call her in front of the whole group and pretty much discipline her with their words. And that dude flew in, popped her cherry, flew out. You know? That's our own people doing that to our own women. You know? There's going to be hell to pay for the Caucasians and all the heathens and you 2/3. Niggas, spicks, and coons. Uncle Tomahawks, Afro-Americans, Latinos, whatever the fuck you want to go under, you're going to have to pay for the shit that you do. Unless you repent and come to the truth of this scriptures, if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai allows you to. And men are the job of a man. I'll give you that. It's not some lie or deception. Oh, we gotta wait till the kingdom comes. No, that's bullshit. That's Christianity bullshit. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is not the author of confusion. This scriptures answers every question you may ever have. This is Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. The whole duty of man. But let me tell you, if you're fucking other men's wives, you know, you're just buying prostitutes, you're just, you know, being a piece of shit, you're not keeping the commandments. You're not fearing Yahweh, because you don't think you're going to have to answer for that. But you are going to. And women too. Women, you use your pussy to control men. You rule over men. You think you could be a man, having all kinds of sex partners? Nah. No. You're going to answer for that too. And that's why, in the end times, I'm going to get to that. Women are going to be ravaged. They're going to be gang raped and beat and eaten out here. Because he's going to correct you. So, this is Genesis 3, verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it was thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. So that's why we die. That's why our life is hell. Is because we listen to all kinds of people, including women, our own women, instead of these scriptures. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's word. You know? And if you're waking up to this truth, you need to, if you're a man, your whole purpose, the whole duty of man is to fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. But where do you get that fear? That fear comes through reading these scriptures and understanding what he did to these people. Believe me, when you think about the flood, and those people didn't believe that flood was coming, you start to imagine that fear. Or when the ground opened up and swallowed all the Israelites in the wilderness. Or man, there's so many different parts. Yeah, the fear, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, comes by the understanding that he could not just destroy your body, but he could also destroy your soul. Alright? And the woman's job is to serve her righteous Israelite man, the one that is trying to keep these commandments to the best of their ability. Pleasure. Alright? Let's go ahead and go to Isaiah. We'll go start off 3. Isaiah 3, 16. Moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks. Haughty goes back to proud. Stretched forth necks means their chin is in the air. Very prideful. Forth necks and wanton eyes, meaning they're always coveting everywhere they look. Walking and menacing as they go, and making a twinkling with their feet. You know how women will love those high heel boots, hooker shoes and shit? Therefore, Yahweh will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. That's why women's hair is always falling out. That's why especially southern women, because they're the leading tribes, like Judah, the men's hair grow longer than the women's hair. That's why they wear the fake hair. But it doesn't make it right to do it. But that's why they do it. But the head, remember, we just covered that in 1 Corinthians chapter 11. The head of the woman is the man. So if you're not honoring your man, you're being a whore or dishonoring your man, he cursed your hair for it. And that ain't not just through the southern tribes. That goes through all the tribes. You know how much women spend on trying to get their hair to look nice and be smooth and silky? And all it is using that chemical shit, which is just creating cancer in their flesh. Or they put on fucking bleach. They dye their hair all kinds of crazy colors. You know? Our women are destroyed because they don't have men to lead them. And the Lord and Yahweh will discover their secret parts. Meaning you ain't going to have no secrets. All your profanity and nastiness is going to be exposed. Which it already is. Because most women today, they don't even care. They boast about being a whore. In that day, Yahweh will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, their calls, and their round tires like the moon. Meaning, right now women are proud because they're able to get a job, they're able to get a place, they really could even just buy dildos. Or men worship women so much that honestly they could have any man they want because man just wants to be wanted in this kingdom. So that pride, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to take from them in that day of the Lord. All right, He's going to take away your ability to go to work. He's going to take your ability to call the police for protection. All right, He's going to destroy the cars. You know, they're always talking about that the electromagnet pulse that will fry the wires. That don't even need to happen. 3 months, we get a race riot in here. Gas is only good for 3 months. I don't care how much gas a gas station has. 6 months later, your car ain't gonna use that gas because it ain't gas no more. It doesn't need to be even an EMP. Believe me, one good race riot through this whole nation, and believe me, you women are gonna be humbled because every man's gonna be up. Everything's gonna be up for grabs. There ain't gonna be no police to protect you. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets, and the earrings and the rings and nose jewels, and the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen, and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink, I should say. And instead of a girdle, a rent. And instead of well set hair, baldness. And Salakia. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and the mighty in the war. And her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. And that's talking about these end times. Pretty soon, you women are going to be so devastated by the position that you were in to the position that you are literally going to be humbled to. You're going to sit on the ground and just weep. You know, you're going to just sob and cry. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. 7 women shall take a hold of one man. Now that's not a limit. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has never set a limit to how many women a man could have. But then women say, oh, but he has to provide for us. Correction. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. See, they're going to provide. The women, you know, they're gonna provide and produce. We will eat our own bread. Women don't know how to cook. These women are going to cook for you. They're going to cook for other women too, because it ain't going to be a jealousy thing. Believe me, when these I don't even want to call them women, but when these little girls that are in women's bodies today start to see these women being put to death out here in the streets, and there ain't nobody to save them. You see a woman's head get cut off. You know, these other women are going to fall in order, or they're going to rebel and get put to death either way. So, because right now, women are very proud. Very proud, because they could get assistance from the government very easily. They could go get a job easier than a man. They could actually, they could lay down and give pussy to a man. And that, you know, to multiple men. I know women like that myself in the world. Women they didn't work. All they did was let the dude bang them. He throw them some cash. You know, bang a couple of them, they made more money than a dude going to work anyway. You know, but that shit's gonna be stopped. That ain't the way it's gonna be in the kingdom. And before we go into the kingdom, you need to be humbled, men and women. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, will we eat our own bread and wear our own apparel? Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And reproach goes back to iniquity. Let me see. I'll pull that up just to be accurate. Because honestly, we really want to be as accurate as possible to what we teach through these scriptures. Reproach. It says, address someone in such a way as to express disapproval or disappointment. So they're saying because Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, is disapproving of these women. He does not approve of them. So they know that. They're going to wake up to that. If you sisters haven't yet. But there's a lot more to come. And when they wake up to that and realize that the only salvation they have is being under a righteous Israelite man through the father's lineage, and righteous being trying to keep these commandments to the best of your ability in the faith of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Women ain't gonna care about 3 or 4 other women. They're gonna see that as a blessing to have the help to pleasure that man. All right, and believe me, a man with say 7 women that each all have a different skill, that's a rich man. One that could cook, one that could clean, one that could make clothes, one that, you know, I mean, but see, women don't, in this society, think that's old-fashioned, that's outdated. No, this society is outdated. This America that we live in is outdated. This is like an animal place, man. People live like animals here. They eat like the vomit, they eat the pig, they eat, you know what I mean? They're butt-plugging men over here. You know, this place is disgusting. What Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai has created and saw and said it was good, it was good. And it's going to be even better when Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai returns to set things in order. But women, get in order now. Do it now that you have a chance. Because you wait too long, and you know, the Lord may take a spirit from the brother to not even choose you. At least now, if you know an Israelite man that's trying to do his best to keep the commandments, right now is the time to get into that man's pocket and be safe under that man. You know, and encourage him to carry on the work of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make sure this man is comfortable eating, have enough pleasure, you know, and like us, right? We're the men of the Lord. And what we're out there doing is calling the elect men. We're gathering the men for Yahweh Shai. And he's gathering us for Yahweh. What do you think the women are supposed to be gathering? The women were supposed to be gathering other women to come and be concubines, wives, virgins for their husband, to bring them pleasure. See, but everything's so out of order. If you told a woman that her place was to bring me pleasure, and nothing would bring me more pleasure if you found me another virgin to join us and to bring me more pleasure. They would call you perverted. They would think you're crazy, you know? But that's why in these end times it got to be so bad. Literally, blood has to flow like water because this place is defiled. Our people are defiled. And Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai literally has to put 2/3. He's going to put 2/3 to death with the Caucasian, with the heathen that's here. But afterwards, you're going to be birthed back righteous in the kingdom. And in that day, this is verse 2, and in that day shall the branch of Yahweh be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. Meaning that we were preserved from this judgment that's coming. Preserved from the famines. Preserved from the race riots. Preserved from the pestilence, the disease. Preserved from being put to death in these FEMA camps. Being preserved from that hellfire that's coming. That nuclear thermal fire that's coming. Alright? It's going to be a beautiful thing when Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, sees that man leading multiple women with his children in keeping those commandments to the best of their ability out of the faith of Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. That's how you show that you love him, is by keeping these commandments Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai has commanded. Verse 3, and it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem, that's southern kingdom, northern kingdom, shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When Yahweh shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. See? He's going to purge this illness out of us. What's the illness? The sin. Willful sin. Being a whore. Being a faggot. You know? Being effeminate. Men that are feminine. A lot of you women like these little pretty boys. Thin ass eyebrows. Lined up all crazy. They've got a beard but it's as thin as a damn eyebrow. That shit is that's effeminate. And they don't inherit the kingdom either. They're just as bad as being a faggot. You might as well just go all the way full-blown faggot for that case, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they are. They're trying to be prettier than a woman. Well, you're pretty much a homosexual right there, man. That's cross-dressing shit, you know? I wanted to bring that out. You know, I hope that made it clear. You know, if and if any brothers and sisters, you know, are out there and you guys got questions, you know, you write on the comment. Write on the comments. You know, if you got questions, let us answer them. You know, we put these videos out by the Spirit. You know, something will come across us that will hit the Spirit, and the Spirit will, you know, bring out all kinds of scripts for us. You know, precepts on precepts. But, you know, if there's a question that you have personally, put it on the comment so that we could answer those. You know, I know a lot of people are afraid to be out there in the streets because of the violence and right now the times it is. But every Saturday, we are either, like this weekend, we will be in 16th Street Mall in downtown Denver. Usually Stout and 16th is where we're in front of the Walgreens there. But every other weekend, we go to Colorado Springs. And we're at the South Colorado Springs Mall by the bus stops. All right? But, you know, if that's hard for you to get to, write a comment down there. And we will bring the scriptures out for you. There's no lies in these scriptures. It's pure truth. It's pure truth. You know? You women, your salvation is through a man, an Israelite man. Not a heathen man, not a Caucasian, but through an Israelite man. And Israelites, they're scattered throughout all the world, so there's confusion of faces. Some of them look like heathens. Some of them might be Caucasians, but it's by the Spirit, you know? And they got to be a righteous man, meaning they're trying to keep these commandments to the best of their ability. And if you have that, you better build up on that. Support that man to 110%, you know, because it's your life is on the line for it. And if you haven't, you sisters better start to make plans to try to get recognized by these brothers, you know, because in that end time, you know, you're gonna have a lot more competition because literally these women are their world is gonna be flipped upside down because this is their kingdom. This is a woman's kingdom. She co-rules with Esau, the Edomites, the Caucasians. That's why they're bed wenches. Women think that marrying a white man, a so-called white man, is victory. You know, all my aunties, they made babies with these Caucasians, and that's judgment on them because they're going to have to watch them babies be destroyed. And they're not even babies, they're grown-ass people, but you know what I'm saying? Because they take after the father. So those children of that white man is a devil because their father is the devil. So, but I hope I made that clear, you know? Yahweh is the head of Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the head of the man, and the man is the head of the woman. Your hair is cursed. Why? Because you don't honor your head. You don't honor your men no more. Your man. You should have one man. Men, Israelite men, according to the scriptures, we could have multiple women. But you're not supposed to be sleeping with other men's wives. You're not supposed to be just popping women just all over the place like they're making whores out of them. No, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to keep them and deal with them, you know, and teach them these commandments, you know. But with that, I'm going to say shalom. May you brothers endure and stay faithful, brothers. Stay hot for this word, because every day prophecy's coming and being fulfilled, and things are hasting. You know, it's coming quicker. Don't think that you're wasting your time or your life, because there ain't nothing better than to serve the Creator. Nothing better than to serve the Creator of all things. So in that, shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Double honors to our elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom, brothers. Endure.